Okay, we're live. So this is a prep stream. I'm just going to be doing this over the next few days. I'll be on whenever I'm on. I can't even tell you what my sleep schedule is right now. I'm one of those types of people. It's been like that for a while. But I am testing Septimus 3. That's a Wabbajack mod list for Skyrim. And the reason I got it is because it's got everything in it. I actually started looking at Wildlander first, and I want to play Wildlander, but I need to learn how to survive in a Requiem world. And there's a lot of content I haven't done with Skyrim that I've owned since it came out that I haven't done. So Dawnguard is one of those. I've never done the Dawnguard DLC. So I'm going to work on that. Hey, Armstrong, how are you, man? How did that move go? Did everything get settled in well? It's good to see you. And so I'm going to continue just describing what I'm doing here, Armstrong, while I watch for that response. And if you don't want to say, then just don't say anything. Anyway, what I am doing here is I am testing this. I'm learning how to play Septimus 3. This thing has everything. It's got Legend of the Dragonborn. It's got Bruma. It's got Worm's Tooth quests. It's got a whole lot of stuff. It's centered around Wildcat Combat mod, I believe, and Mysticism, Magic, and Adamant perk overhaul. So I'm going to, since I'm doing Dawnguard, oh, hold on. Can I go back? Yeah, we're not done here yet. Since I'm doing Dawnguard, I wanted to create a character with that in mind. And I was originally going to play a female. I had a whole backstory planned. It's at the end of the one Skyrim Chronicle that I have on my channel. I did it years ago. And my plan was to play Dawnguard next, and I was going to play a female who started out as a vampire's thrall and was able to escape. And because she was under a vampire for a little while, she learned about illusion a little bit. And then she wanted vengeance, and we were going to kind of play that stereotypical female warrior gets revenge, against people that wronged her kind of story. But the more I started looking into it, and for Dawnguard specifically, like that idea that I had would be really good for a witch hunter if you're going up against necromancers and stuff. But for Dawnguard specifically, the more I started looking at it, the more I was realizing you really want to be in heavy armor. You want to fight up close. These are my opinions. And also, the more I was looking at it, and whenever I finally got Septimus 3 and all of the content it has, if I'm going to play a character that goes into Dawnguard, it should be my main. And my main character just isn't going to be a female. I'm going to play as a dude. And so all of those things were coming into play, and moving me more and more towards kind of really having to revamp the idea that I had. Let's see here. Yeah, we're moved, and we closed on the house on Monday. Congratulations. Oh, that's a big load off the chest, I'm sure, for you and the whole family. I'm really happy for you. That's fantastic. So the idea I came up with, I was going to run with a Breton. A Breton is one of the, we got the new Skyrim coming up too. So I was really thinking, maybe my main should be a Breton that would roll into High Rock and the Elder Scrolls 6 really well if it is indeed going to be High Rock, which it looks like it is. And Breton is one of the strongest races that you can take because of that 25% magic resist. But whenever I looked up Imperial lore, I noticed that they were big. Man, there's like two things that I read about them. Number one, they hate vampires. They actually, culturally, they produce vampire hunters to go after these things. They think they're the epitome of evil and that they need to be stamped out of existence. But there is also, at the same time, a competing ideal, that there are some vampires that are actually noble. And that goes back to Oblivion, where there was a vampire that was the governor of, I can't remember the town now. It was the city of Clovis or something like that. Well, that opens up a whole thing that allows, that would completely explain how our guy could be dead set against stamping out the evil of vampirism while still going with a companion like Serana. It just is it's too good of an explanation to pass up. Thanks, man. The Mass Effect Chronicle helped me decompress at the end of the stressful days, so thanks for that, bud. Oh, man, thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate that. It's just so motivating for me. And YouTubers say this all the time. I used to kind of chuckle at myself and be like, why are you always telling people this stuff? I mean, really? But it's true. I'm just being honest. That's a positive impact on me. I like playing the games. And having a YouTube channel, I've said this before, the way that I'm wired internally, I'm not really self-motivated, but I get what I call externally motivated. So having a YouTube channel where I realize I'm putting something out to the public actually helps me to complete playthroughs, because otherwise I'm a habitual restarter. And that's why I have a game like Skyrim since it came out, and a whole bunch of hours logged in it, and I've never done either of the DLC, and I only just a few years ago beat the mission, the primary Dragonborn thing. It took me years. My brother used to make fun of me for it. So that's the primary reason I have my YouTube channel. That's what I'm getting out of it. But the other thing is to it helps motivate me to think that maybe, especially whenever I started this, it was lockdown. The whole world went into lockdown from COVID. And so I know that there's certain types out there that they can't handle being alone. And I just knew mental health is going to be an issue. So it made me feel good that maybe there was some help going out that way. So whenever I hear comments like what you just said, that's really helpful. I just got done recording a few episodes today in Mass Effect also. I'm in a kick right now where I'm recording. We're pushing that series forward. I'm having fun with it. Okay, let's take a look here. The other thing that I ran into was I realized, that whenever I was thinking to play the female, I understand that you can do anything you want within fantasy. I get it. You can make a girl that wears heavy armor, and there are girls in Skyrim that have heavy armor. They're warriors. I totally understand that. I'm just being upfront. I never do it. It doesn't break immersion for me to see a woman in heavy armor and fulfilling a warrior role as an NPC. But whenever I make female characters, I just really strongly gravitate towards either mage or archer. And I think they look fantastic. They look great. Their clothing is different. The armor fits them different. They look totally different. And I think females as archers and sorceresses look flipping awesome. And so that's what I was going to run with. I was going to make an archer that used magic to supplement her. But whenever I read up more on Dawnguard, I realized that the Dawnguard armor is heavy armor, and that some of the primary Dawnguard spells are actually area of effect spells that revolve around you. And so you want to be up close to those vampires so that they're touching the vampires and the spells are damaging them. And for that, you really want to be protected. And especially because the Dawnguard armor is... Well, I'm assuming they probably have a light version also, but the research I kept doing, everybody was saying go heavy armor. And then you throw on top of that some of the hardest hitting spells are the spells that they have an area of effect revolving around you. And that makes me want to get up close and personal, and for that I want a guy, a crusader type. So this Imperial, because of that idea, has a lot of the things that I would want. He's going to be running a little bit more as a spell sword, I think, so block isn't going to be as important, but heavy armor, one-handed restoration, smithing, those are all going to be helpful. Speechcraft is always helpful. with economy and stuff. And then we're going to put some points into archery because he will be using the crossbolt as well. There we go. Decinus plenabolis. Plenabolis. Let's change that last name. Here's a better one. Salvici. Okay. Sir Decinus Salvici. There we go. And I picked this mod pack because it has, golly, it has everything it seems. Without being overly hardcore. So the first thing I want to do is I want to come over here. I want to grab the hot potato soup. I'm going to leave the suspicious fork and knife. I really don't know what those are. I've never taken them before. I'm going to grab both of those because they give me spells. Grab these. Okay. So there's a lot, not just with the mod packs, but even with the game, that I'm not a proficient Skyrim player. In the first 3 years of the game's existence, I was probably extremely proficient, especially at learning how to mod the game myself. But I am way behind the curve now. There's a lot. I learned a lot just by live streaming my Skyrim Chronicle. There were a couple guys that were in there every day that helped teach me a bunch of stuff. I tried starting out as a vigilant, and whenever I went to go talk to the Jarl of Whiterun, they killed me. I was a threat to them. Now, I was playing as a Breton at the time, so I don't know if it was the fact I was a Breton or the fact I was a Vigilant of Stendarr, but I think it was because I was a Vigilant of Stendarr. Let's go with this one right here, just because it puts me in a familiar area. Okay. Then we can use this to go ahead and start the adventure. I was in tech school at Lackland when Skyrim originally came out. Nice. I was out in Idaho. All right, survival mode. Survival adds the need to eat, sleep, and stay warm. This is, I believe, the actual built-in survival mode that Skyrim updated itself to, so it's pretty light. We are going to enable that. Begin your new life. There's Alduin. I remapped my crouch key. During a previous playthrough. I only spent a little bit of time in it before I realized I just wanted to get online and see if I could get any help. I will equip that. Is that a lockpick? No. Okay. Let's go to third person, see what our guy looks like. We're all in leather. I might change him to a younger look. I'll have to see what he looks like in heavy armor later, but I'm probably not going to stick with this guy. He's really just a test run. And this is for me to learn Septimus 3. And let's see here. Go to the inventory. I want to favorite my hunting bow. And I suppose my woodcutter's axe as well. Okay, what kind of spells do we know? Nothing. We know no spells. Okay. Well, let's head up to Helgen and start grabbing some loot. Skyrim has survival now? Yeah, when they came out with the anniversary edition. How to explain this? You have the anniversary edition DLC. It's like $20. But kind of like Destiny does, I think Destiny, I know Crusader Kings does it like this. You have the DLC, but you also have an update to the base game. And that update is free. And with that free update, I actually don't think I can get into all of Helgen if I go in through here. That free update, that does not include the stuff that comes with the Anniversary Edition DLC, included the survival mode. So the latest version of Skyrim has a survival mode that you can turn on or off. And I think it tracks food, temperature, and sleep. Are there any people here? They shouldn't be. That Alduin just got done burning the heck out of this place. Alright, there's a diary over here that we can pick up that basically starts the Dragonborn quest. Body turned to ash as you touch it, but somehow a leather journal survived the attack. Okay. There's a bunch of arrows. Am I picking them up? How many arrows do I have on me? I have 30. And I still have 30. Okay, so it's not actually letting me pick those up. We're gonna go in over here. Let's see, what time is it? So I know how long I've been streaming. Okay. So there's some gold here. What? Oh, that's not good. There were some additional mods that I enabled. One of them is making this dark. And it might be causing some problems. I might actually have to restart this stream. Or maybe we'll keep the stream going. But I'll restart the game. For right now, we'll keep running with it. I'm just wanting to make you aware that some of those optional mods may be causing conflicts. Because that music wasn't there before, those little notes playing. How's it look on YouTube as far as the brightness? Is it too dark? Because for me, it's dark, but it's not overly dark. Like, I don't even really need a torch. I can see just fine. But sometimes whenever it's done going through YouTube's progression or I don't know, compression, then it ends up looking darker on YouTube than it is for me. You know what? This is supposed to be my dodge key, and it's not working since I remapped it to... I better change that. Controls. Sneak. Send it back to left control. I actually would like it to be C. That left control I have to use my pinky for, and it feels weird. It's hard. Okay. Grab all that. Grab this, grab this. Over here we got a potion. Everything else can be left. Maybe I'll come harvest this stuff whenever I'm smithing, but I don't need it right now. Wine. And here we go for our... Well, let's get the potions first. Salt potion. Grab everything off this guy. Okay, it's a little bit dark. Let me see. I am trying to remember the key that brings up E and B. Oh, that's auto run. Okay, there's the E and B. Look at that, 128 frames per second. And I think, okay, I'm having to remember this on the fly. It's been a long time. Is there an interior brightness? Interiors. Okay, that's darker. Let's try this. Maybe this. Let me know how this is. If it's still a little bit darker, then we'll go one more. There's 0.7. That's 0.8. So you let me know. Gosh, what button did I press to get into here? Like, I would miss a lot of floor traps if I was playing with this level of darkness, lol. All right. It's saving again. Okay. Now, oh gosh, what button did I push? Combat dodging style sidestep. Roll. Okay, so that changes that. Whoa. Oh, we're hungry. Which reduces your total available stamina, represented by a dark region in the stamina bar. Okay. And I'm fatigued. I am currently searching for the key that I pressed to get into here. I don't... I'm surprised I didn't make note of that. F12. Shoot. Gosh, I really wish I had caught that. F9? No. What did that just do? Reloaded something. I think that's disabling ENB, and that's enabled. There we go, F11. Okay. Okay, you said 0.8 is good. Let me make sure that that's what I have up. Nights, interiors. Oh, it reset. 0.8. Apply changes. And save configuration. And then F11 to exit out of there. Okay. Feel free to let me know if you change your mind and it needs to be brighter. And we'll just kind of play it as it goes. I appreciate the help. That'll help me because that'll help me whenever I actually start recording a chronicle. Okay, this... Oh, F9 must have been like a quick load. I think that's what that was. I quick loaded. So did I grab everything? No. Need to grab all this stuff again. Grab all that. Grab this sword. Okay, since I know we're going to be hungry soon, I'm just going to eat now. Stamina regen increased by 10% for 1800 seconds and restores 20 points of hunger. Eat both of those. Grab the bread. So I'm planning on not doing alchemy. I'm going to do enchanting instead. For the, dang, every time I grab gold, it's going to make that sound. I need to try and find out what mod is doing that. If I do a witch hunter in the future, which I probably will, I think I'm going to base them around alchemy instead of enchanting. Because it kind of plays along with the... It's like the Witcher style of witch hunter. Here's our heavy armor guy. Okay, I'm not overweight yet, but we're going to store stuff right here. First, I am going to put that heavy armor on with a cloak. And as far as weapons, stop favoring. Well, I do want to use axes because the Dawnguard weapon is the rune axe. So I'm going to be moving towards that. That mace is better, but I'm going to stick with the axe for role-playing purposes. Okay. We are going to store what we can. I will keep food and potions and like miscellaneous items. Iron katana. Keep the woodcutter's axe. That's good for getting firewood. Let's see what our dude looks like. Alright, now, what I have noticed is, actually, his age, those lines, those age lines look better in heavy armor. And that's what I kind of suspected might happen. But I have noticed that if you want to reduce clipping, you can open up race menu and lower body weight. But man, that makes them awful skinny. So I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to stick at, maybe I could go 0.5. But you can see the clipping, so if I'm going to have clipping, I like that 0.65 I was at. I think that's sufficiently brawny for the kind of soldier we're trying to do. Or the kind of martial style, I guess I should say. Grab all of that. any other Imperials in here. I'm kind of hoping for an Imperial cloak, because right now it's really obvious that we stole this stuff. Since we're wearing a mixed bag of things. I think there was a book here that increased my speech. Okay, fatigue. I'm not seeing it this time around. Maybe there's some randomness to the loot that's placed. I looted you already. And I looked at this. Yes. Okay, we are losing stamina because I'm carrying too much stuff. So, drop those. And also I need to... This fur helmet, 29 warmth, that's really good. And 12 armor. But I think there's a hood here. Torturer's hood is 18 warmth. It's got better armor. Yeah, but there's nothing to plus magic, so I'll just keep the one that I've got on. It provides better warmth protection. Alright, let's run up here. I use this barrel to stow stuff that I'm going to come back for. So I can sell. What's the button I use? I have a controller plugged into my computer, so that's why it shows you A and X at the bottom, but I'm using my keyboard. That's not what I wanted to do. R, that's right, R button. Okay, and then move over to my inventory and stow. I'll keep the shield maybe as a just in case. Oh, that was better armor than what this one was, wasn't it? 12 versus 14, yeah, but 29 warmth versus... Where are you at? Yeah, I still think the other one's better. He looks really cool in the Imperial armor and the cloak. Alright, cool, thank you. I was really kind of, whenever I was making the character, I was waffling between a youthful face and that kind of aged face, you know. Let's crack this open. Oh, that might be a magic hood. Novice Mage Hood. Well, it's no armor. I do get the 29 warmth. I'm going to take it. Raises magic by 20. Let's see what our dude looks like now. Oh yeah, he's starting to look the part. See, I may, because he's going to be a spell slinger also, he's kind of a spell sword. I have him build as a crusader, but he'll operate like a spell sword / battle mage. And so I might keep him in a cloth hood until I get the Dawnguard stuff, and then it'll probably be the Dawnguard helmet. Okay, we got, let's see, I need to get these. Grab that. Grab that. Grab that, okay. Over here. Grab the dagger. Everything that's in there. Am I over? Yeah. Okay, darn it. Oh, look at the wind blowing this. Is that what they're simulating? No, probably the physics are just messed up. That's probably what's going on there. Let's drop a little bit. Hunting bow does 8 damage. Longbow does 7. Okay. Oh boy, stuff went all over the place. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have stored it on this body. All right, there's a torch up here. But we can't go any further. The cave has collapsed. That's why I didn't go into the cave entrance. I was pretty sure that we would run into that rock pile. Okay, overweight again. So... $188, okay, fine. We're almost done here. Then we'll head back to River Run and sell stuff. We'll have to make a trip back here to get the other loot and sell that. And then that should give me a good start financially. Maybe we can buy some spells. We'll tell everybody about the dragon. And we'll get started towards Whiterun. Fight some bandits along the way, start picking up skill points. Whoops. R button. And there. Keep the iron shield. Store 2 of those cloaks. About 120 of 200. Maybe I should store as much of everything as I can. Okay, I need to use these actually. Oh, look, we got pouches. That's awesome. I really like mods that bring these pouches in. I think that's something that Wildlander might not do. I'm not for sure. Stow the food. Stow out one of the hunting bows. Go ahead and stow the shield. Just try to get as light as possible. Whoops. I don't know what I just stowed there. Okay. Let's equip these pouches. Oh, and that increases our carry weight. We're now at 230. And then check out, it looks great. Oh, I stowed my hood. Oh, our guy does look pretty good, huh? Let me take that cloak off for a minute. And you can see the pouches. Look at how the axe looks there. Let me get into some better light. And then as you get more and more of these pouches, and you'll get bandoliers and stuff, and then we can get a backpack, and that will expand our carry capacity. Where's that hood at? Right there. Yeah. Yeah, our guy's looking pretty good. He looks really cool in the Imperial armor and the cloak, yeah. Yeah, wait until we get a bear cloak, man. Or like a wolf fur cloak. He's gonna look very rugged. Like a real mountain man. There is a button. Tab? No. Shift? One of these buttons is supposed to shift whether I'm looking over the left shoulder or the right. Also, I've noticed I'm not getting a dodge. So I need to find that. Ultimate dodge mod. General. Okay, that's the toggle key. Take that off. There we go. No. Okay. It reversed them. So my mouse button 4 is acting as my sneak key, and the C button is my dodge. I would like those to be reversed, but I will figure that out another time. Man, that cloak is really messed up. There it goes, okay. Thought there was a halberd up here somewhere. Oh, there it is. These things are really heavy. That's definitely part of a mod. There's a weapon mod adding halberds, which is flipping cool. If you want to do a two-hander. I was watching a documentary on, okay, our magicka is down a little bit because we're tired. I was watching a documentary on the War of the Roses, and they went over the weapons that were used, and they were talking about the evolution of the halberd. And they were saying that in the hands of someone who is skilled and knows what they're doing, they're experienced with that piece of equipment, the halberd, it was a game changer on the battlefield. I mean, it could destroy cavalry. It's like a spear and a battle axe wrapped into one. And you could, and the way that it worked as an axe, it didn't just cleave into armor. It had hooks, so you could hook into people and just rip them apart. For people who knew how to wield one, because it required you you had to use the motion correctly of the halberd. You had to hook them and then pull, and stuff like that. Summarizing the school destruction is learning how to do the maximum amount of damage in the minimum amount of time. I wonder what time it is. Does it show me? Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. Okay, so evening is coming. Hopefully we get back in time to sell what I've got on me. I should have. We can carry a lot more. I really can't afford to leave here without being at max weight, or really close to it. It took me a really long time to bring Skyrim back in, and that's because modding it the way that I typically mod it is a huge pain in the neck, because I would use what's called STEP, Skyrim Total Enhancement Project. It's one of the oldest living mod lists for Skyrim in existence. It was one of the first ones to come out, and they kept it updated. Okay, now I'm overweight, so I need to put, oh whoops, to here. I'll finish that thought in a minute. There we go, 226 of 230. So the process you have to go through to make all those mods play well together, you have to learn how to use a whole bunch of tools like Xedit and stuff like that. And I taught myself how to do all these things. But it is for real. It's a multi-day project. You got to download all the mods, and then the installation process is going to take you another couple days. It's a long process. It's arduous. Well, with this Wabbajack thing, which I had never heard of until I started streaming my Skyrim Chronicle, and one of the guys that was watching me and showing up like every day, we did this for like 2 months or something, and these guys showed up every day, and so I got to know them a little bit. And he was a student at the University of Washington, and he told me about Wabbajack, and I was like, Wabba what? Like, I know what Wabbajack is from Skyrim, from playing Skyrim. I know it's that crazy magic staff that the insane dude has. He told me it was an auto, and oh no, oh, this is a problem. Oh dude, I think that's a vamp. I got really nervous. I need to remember this is not Requiem. The last time I had something like that happen to me, I was playing Requiem. And vampires are like impossible to kill. They're one of the hardest things to kill in Requiem. And the vampire ran right by me just like that one did and didn't mess with me. but I'm almost positive that was a vampire. So Wabbajack, it's an auto installer. This is also what makes Belmont Boy's stuff so good. He goes by his regular name now, Dylan Perry. Belmont Boy makes Ultimate Skyrim, and that has now been rebranded as Wildlander, and it's excellent. It's really, really good. But oh, you know what? They're probably in the barrel. They are. Yeah. Okay, we got it. Oh no, there they are. Arcane Lexicon. I want to learn healing. And what? Having flames would be good, because that's good against vamps. They hate fire. Oh, one of the things that this mod list contains is a mod that prevents vampires from casting shadows, which I think is just really cool. Halberds and billhooks were just devastating innovative weapons. Yeah, devastatingly innovative weapons. Yeah, billhooks too. I read about billhooks whenever I was researching stuff that was going on in the unofficially longest crusade in history was on the Iberian Peninsula. It was called the Reconquista, and that's where I learned about billhooks. England used billhooks to counter French cavalry and really level the playing field. Oh, well, now that you mention that, maybe I learned about billhooks whenever I was reading about Agincourt from the 100 Years' War. I want to steer clear of this area. So yeah, Ultimate Skyrim used an auto installer, and now Wildlander does. And then there was this Wabbajack, which is an app you can download. And Wabbajack has a whole gallery of mod lists that you can pick from, including Wildlander and Septimus 3. But it's a whole bunch of them. I mean, I wouldn't say a whole bunch of them, but it's a good number. And for the amount of mods in these things, it is kind of... They should probably be considered a lot. These are complete overhaul types. And it makes it so much easier. It's still a lengthy process to install, but it's super straightforward and simple. Uh-oh.
So much water.
This is one of the companion add-ons. Avienda.
I'm fine. What is this place?
They kind of overdid it on the freckles.
Riverwood? The wise ones. The Aes Sedai. They were supposed to send me to... Never mind.
Hey, finish that thought. What do you mean, never mind? You can't leave us on a cliffhanger like that. Who are you and what are you up to?
My name is Avienda, of the Tardar Aiel. I am a maiden of the spear. Who are you? I do not know this land you call Riverwood. Would you allow me to accompany you?
You know, people who make mods, they get like their friends and stuff to do voices. So when you consider it from that angle, the girl that voiced this, she did a good job. This sounds legit.
I am from the Threefold Land. I think it is a long way from here.
Can't say I've heard of it. Who are these wise ones and Aes Sedai you spoke of?
The wise ones are leaders among the Aiel. The Aes Sedai are women who wield the one power. They are very powerful, even though they are wetlanders.
What are wetlanders?
Yes, like you.
Okay. Why did they send you
The
here?
Aiel prophecy tells of the coming of the Karakarn, a chief of chiefs. The wise ones say that the Karakarn is to be found here, beyond the Dragon Wall. I think they made a mistake.
Oh, so she's not very optimistic about what she's run into here. Do you have a way to get home? Tell me more about where you're from.
No, I need some time to think about it.
All right, so she doesn't know how to get back, or maybe she doesn't know if she wants to go back.
In the Threefold Land, water is rare, and the land is barren. Days are hot, and nights are cold. It's not for the soft. Soft things die there. You would not last long, Wetlander.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Chica?
If you say so.
Oh, she okay. Well, so you got some attitude.
I am in your debt.
All right, so we got our first follower. Let's take a look at her clothes here. You see the gold strap with the writing on it, and you can see that they match that with her sword belt. And then it comes up here on her armband, and you can see it on her gloves. She's pretty cool looking. Got the midriff going, tall and thin, so fits the elven idea. You coming? Yep. All right. Let's see if we can sell what we've got. That's right here.
Well, one of us has to do something.
Okay.
I said no. No
Hold on.
adventures,
Let
no
them finish and I'll
theatrics,
explain what just happened.
Thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Okay, so I've enabled something to where when you transition into a territory, it pauses you until the action is ready to go again. And that's because with the original Skyrim, what would happen is you would transition in and the action would go live, but you would have a black screen. Well, the entire time, the game's actually playing, so you're just sitting there getting beat up by whatever's in here that's attacking you. And a lot of people have died from that. So there's something I have enabled in the mod menu options here that come with the Septimus 3 that allows for the action to be paused. Everything transitions in. If you notice, when I looked down, she was in mid-step, but she was frozen. So once I move forward, everything unpaused. So I think that's pretty nice.
I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
I saw a dragon.
You expect me to believe that?
The faster you finish your business here, the better it will be for you, Wetlander.
Did something happen?
We did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
I could help you.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
He really tries hard to protect her.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives can get back to normal.
All right, what have you got for sale?
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Do you have a backpack? No backpack. Oh yeah, you can do unarmed fist weapons. There's an actual perk tree for unarmed. This is Septimus 3 uses the adamant perk tree overhaul. Quarterstaff, iron trident. Wow. So you can be like Finnegan from Hunger Games. Okay. I already know the 2 spells that I would want, so I don't need to buy any of that. He does have a tent, and since I'm already traveling with a companion, I might want one of those, because I think a tent will fit 2. A small tent is for 1, a regular tent is for 2, and I think a large tent is for like 4 or 5, I'm not sure. Let's say 3 or 4. 194 gold. I have 168, so I can't afford it yet. But let's go ahead and sell. We can sell one of these because we got 2. Keep the lock picks. Keep the potions. Sell 5 of these cloaks. Okay, that puts me at 270. So now I should be able to get that tent. I really need to find out what mod is causing that to happen. Alright. We can exit.
Till next time.
Now it's nighttime,
We have to
so
go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow.
doesn't really look like nighttime. What time is it? 8 o'clock.
You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Okay, Bleak Falls Barrow is there.
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy. And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
You'll see. It was a dragon. It'll kill us all and then you'll believe me.
Yeah. I think the moonlight's starting to come out. Got a lot of fog, though.
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
I don't know what kind of stuff this elven follower does. I'm hoping that she's like a healer or something. It's a really
This is the
soupy
bridge out of
night.
town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Alright. We can... Oh, we're hungry again. We can go to the inn. And our follower, I don't think our follower needs sleep. But we do, because we're doing the survival thing.
Orgnar, you're that visitor been poking around.
Rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
So every time I do something with gold,
The ale is going bad. We need
that
a batch.
buzzer comes in.
Did you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. Well, that's still a bit early. Let's try. Actually, it's almost 9 o'clock.
It's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in
All
your
right,
hands
you
after
awaken
all.
feeling
Just make
well
sure we get a
rested.
fresh batch in soon.
All right, for right now, I'm gonna save it.
You know if you want anything.
And I think later today I'm going to be back up. But I'm going to close the stream for now. And maybe I can find out what's causing that beeping sound. I do wish Bethesda would hire more than 5 to 8 voice actors per game, though, lol. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, oh, the last thing. Notice all the different people in here. Sharamir, Gore, this guy's new.
Can I help you?
Mandan, this guy's new. Sven is
Can I
not
help
new.
you?
Embry is not new. But I'm thinking these guys, you would be able to hire them if you wanted to. Oh, and you can see the fishing pole and the boat back here. Oh, that's right, I'm hungry. You feel better and are now satisfied. Okay. So it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Oh, we could cook here. Look at all the meat on the spigot. There we go. All right, so yeah, I should be back later, but my room's actually just getting really warm. I need to open the door and circulate air. So I saved it, and we will drop stream for right now. I'll be back on later today. Hopefully I can find out what's causing this beeping sound. I'll do a little bit of testing, and that'll be that. All right, guys. Thanks for dropping by, and hopefully I'll see you later, but if not, it should be up on my channel if you just access the live streams section. And maybe I can make a playlist out of it too and start organizing it in a playlist, because I know playlist is easy to find when you go to a YouTuber's channel. So if you can't make it but you're interested in following along, then you should be able to find these stored in that playlist. All right, everybody, take care.